Now that you say that, though, the setup is fucking impressive.
That is pretty impressive, yeah. Wrap it right back into another gay joke.
I didn't think you were going down the gay joke lane. When you brought up camping,
yeah.
I really didn't. I thought you truly wanted to hear a camping story.
No, yeah.
No, you're just going to burn me with a fucking condom hanging out of my ass.
Yeah.
Barack Obama with the beautiful speaking voice.
Yes.
So I'm watching this nature show. All right. So they get to this segment, and Barack is showing how he's talking about, and they're showing video to support his statements, how due to climate change, the polar ice caps are fucking melting faster and faster. Right?
I was thinking about cards. Yeah,
right, all those dicks in there.
I'm sorry.
Right.
It was just, I was getting overwhelmed there for a minute.
There's a lot of dicks in there.
That's why I almost didn't want to look at it. I would look at it again. I was like, yeah, I forgot. That's again, that's a lot of dicks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
So our polar ice caps are melting faster and faster, which is reducing. I'm watching this, and they're talking about, look, it reduces the hunting season for the polar bears. And they're showing these pictures of all these fucking skinny polar bears and how they're dying out, and they don't have enough to feed themselves, let alone their children. Dude, and it just hit me. And I'm like, why don't we fucking feed polar bears homeless people? Dude, for homeless people. So, all right, here's the thing.
I bet we could do it. We could tell them, like, there's free heroin.
Don't even tell them shit. They're homeless. They don't have rights. Dude, well, and I'm thinking the naysayers, for the ones who are like, oh, homeless people have feelings. Dude, we'll fly up in a helicopter, we'll conk them over the back of the head, and just drop them out right in front of the polar bears. Dude.
Yeah, we could do that.
Dude, I've got the solution. It's a pretty renewable resources. We make new homeless people almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Every day. Yeah. Right, dude?
With this Brian Newsom guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's plenty of homeless people out there because of that guy.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Brian Thompson?
Oh, Brian Thompson.
The guy who fucked millions of Americans through his not paying claims. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude.
Here's the problem, right? That sounds really expensive. Where I feel like if we just said, hey, homeless people, there's free heroin.
Heroin in Antarctica?
Yeah. $50, we get them a free cell phone, and you go that way.
Dude, I don't care the cost. I want to preserve these polar bears. I'm watching them, and they're pretty fucking majestic, right? And then I'm thinking about it, and I ran this idea past somebody else, and they're like, oh, but homeless people are people. I'm like, dude, I actually like polar bears more than homeless people, right?
Yeah, but...
Think about it like this. Polar bears weren't given a choice in the change of their environment, right? Homeless people are. They're all born with a choice. They made a choice to be homeless, right? Or most likely what led to homelessness is they made a choice, to lean towards drug addiction or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
So now we're taking these, it's a drain on society. We funnel money into the homeless problem. Right? We try to feed them, we try to house them, we try to clothe them. So we can get rid of that. Everyone keep your money, keep your charitable donations, right? We're going to round up these homeless people, fly them up in a helo or something to Antarctica, and just drop them out. There you go, polar bears.
I don't want to poke holes in a shit.
Poke the holes. What do you see? What's wrong?
Okay. I get it. Polar bears are awesome. I love them too.
They are.
How are we going to keep the polar bears from catching AIDS from the homeless?
So I thought that was what I thought about. I'm like, all right, what if we get these polar bears, when they eat these homeless people who are full of fucking STIs and heroin, right? How do we end up with a bunch of addict polar bears who are just spreading STIs?
Want that to happen.
No, these bears are strung out. Then they start traveling south into Chicago to try to get fucking heroin.
Right. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of polar bears nodding off in O'Hara. It's like waiting for a plane.
Right.
To go to Hawaii.
So that is the thing. That is the thing. Well, we'd have to study, are STIs transmittable to polar bears, right? Because I don't want to give these polar bears AIDS and fucking, herpes and shit like that. Okay, it's only going to be mouth herpes, worst case, because they're going to eat them.
Yeah, but I feel like that might be treatable. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
a little bit more treatable.
It's definitely not treatable, but it's manageable.
Is it not treatable?
It's manageable. No. Here, let me show you this sore. No.
Oh, God.
From what I learned from the commercials, it's manageable. right?
Okay.
Tesla or something, or Opezla or something. You can apply something.
Is that drug you asking for?
Right.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, you can manage the mouth herpes on the polar bears.
I just feel like the polar bears deserve better than that.
than our homeless people.
Yeah.
But can you get AIDS from eating somebody?
I know you can get AIDS if you go to a public restroom.
But I'm pretty sure the stomach acid of the polar bear would kill the AIDS. Pretty sure. Don't know it. There's one way to find out, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Try it.
I just heard.
Okay. So riddle me this, or let's talk about this. Worst case scenario: we infest the whole polar bear population with AIDS, and they die. That's the road they're on, anyways. We tried. We tried something.
Yeah. Can we at least feed them like I don't know. No. I just don't want the polar bears to get AIDS.
No, I'm just trying to think two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
Save the polar bears, eliminate our homeless person debt.
I feel like there's got to be like some sort of
have you
grinding or mashing machine that we could dump them into.
And just grind the AIDS out of them?
And just we could get almost like a big garbage bag, but it has holes in it that lets everything go through it but the AIDS.
Okay.
And maybe that's how we get Teslas to go.
Let's develop that.
We just gotta. That's a problem. We're using these lithium batteries.
I don't think you can eat AIDS. I don't think you can eat AIDS. I think it has to go blood to blood. I think the polar bears would kill it.
They'd be fine?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're fine here. Dude,
Right.
I told this to my mother. I gave my mom this idea. She's a deacon at a church, right? I did. Over the phone, I told my mom this idea. Yeah. She's like, you can't tell me this. She's like, I work with homeless people daily. I'm like, I'm saving you work. Look at how much I'm going to take. Look how much I'm going to take off your plate.
I did this for you.
Right. You're always like, I can't fly back to Wisconsin. I'm too busy with the homeless.
Oh, man.
Problem solved.
Easy. And honestly, I get it now. You're just a guy that wants to see his mother more.
I do. I want to see my mom more.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
No.
And if I can do that by feeding homeless people to polar bears, I've saved polar bears. I've probably helped our national deficit.
Right.
I mean, how many times have you walked down the street and been fucking annoyed by a homeless person? Like, I'm starving to death. Right. I know what you're going to spend my money on. Fucking give it a rest. You know what? Come with me. Why don't we get you to a nice vacation retreat up in Antarctica?
You talked me into it. I think this is a good cause. I mean, we're bringing people together here.
And at the end of the day, it gets my mother to come visit me more.
Exactly. And I think for a worthy cause like that,
it's worth it.
I think we can manage the AIDS in the polar bear population.
Polar bears.
Wow.
And if they all die, we all get polar bear skin fucking coats and boots.
I mean, I think we'd at least have first pick.
Right. Oh, for sure. You and I get a first pick.
Right.
We're going to be, our next podcast, we're going to be draped in polar bear.
Well, I don't want to shuffle all these homeless guys up to the polar bears and come away with fucking nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Jesus. Could you imagine? That would be, ugh.
So I say yes.
Yeah.
Let's start feeding homeless people to the polar bears.
I agree with that. Yeah, we could do it.
Really, anything we like. I mean, sharks I really don't like. Polar bears I like.
Yeah, but I feel like people...
I hate fucking people. Oh, dude, I hate people.
And we can't feed the homeless people to other people. We can't do that.
Well, I was just talking about this the other day. Maybe we could. Okay, you know mad cow disease, right? Here's what I'm curious about. Mad cow disease started because they were feeding ground up cows to other cows. Mm-hmm. And it does something to the cows where it gives them mad cow disease.
Right.
Does the same work for people? Can we?
I think it does. Yeah.
Well, could we be cannibals short term, or could we be indefinite cannibals? Right? Because then, if it doesn't drive us insane, if we can get away with not having mad people disease, there you go. Homeless people ground up into a nutritious meal for other homeless people or hungry people who are slightly better off. All right, you have a job and this and that. You just need a fucking sandwich, right?
Right.
You just need a sandwich to get through your day.
Let's test it out with the Inuits.
All right. See if we drive them insane.
Right. I mean, I would try to get a Mohican, but I hear that the last
there was the last
woman, they're gone, dude.
There was the last one.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot first with the Inuits.
I mean, it's kind of the logical course, right?
I think it is.
Or am I out of line on that one? I don't know. What if it turns out like the Inuits like have the internet and shit, and we just get totally screwed by talking shit about the Inuits? I wouldn't hold your breath and wait for him to finish pissing.
And if we don't drive the Inuits completely mad by feeding themselves to themselves.
Right. Honestly, fucking into it.
I dated this black girl one time.
Okay, yeah. Dude, completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated.
But still ties in.
Yeah. And I had feelings for her. I loved her. I was in my youth.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I thought of this when you said that. But I found out she was trying to kill me.
Like it probably took a minute.
It took 8 months.
Took 8 months. Yeah.
So we lived together for 8 months.
Oh man. Right.
Well, dude, me and this
we're not infallible.
No. This black girl and I, we had great times. I have so many memories. But I woke up one day and I walk in the bathroom and I catch her. She's spraying my toothbrush with Raid.
Oh, what the fuck? Dude?
So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she's like, you caught me. I'm like, caught you what? She's like, I'm just gonna be honest. She's like, I've been trying to kill you for months. Dude, we've only been together 8 months. We're not married.
Right, but you're thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, you could have just broke up with me.
Right.
There's nothing holding either of us here. We got a shithole apartment in the middle of Racine. Like,
yeah.
Like, we can both...
They got Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, we can walk our separate ways. She's like, but I thought the only way out was just to kill you. I was like, no, there's the door. Like, just take, you know
I
what?
can see
I'll
how
take
they
it.
think that, though.
Yeah, dude, that was the weirdest thing that actually happened to me. Like, this bitch was trying to kill me. She was spraying my toothbrush every day with Raid, which probably explains a lot today.
Right.
That was in my 20s.
Thank God you don't have the part in you that gets killed by Raid, man. I mean, I've seen guys like take blows to the heads, but they're just so dumb in the first place.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, this Raid apparently didn't affect me. He didn't kill me anyways.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I bet that was your kidney thing, dude. She got you a little bit.
Yeah, down the line. It probably fucked my brain up. But who knows? But it was weird. It was a weird relationship. So anyways, I hit her once in the fucking kidney.
Right. Broke her jaw. Cracked the clavicle.
No, but I was like, all right, so this is over. All right? So we can't continue. Yeah. I'm like, I'm still going to throw you on.
Be honest, did you try to smash one more time?
I ate her pussy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so mad.
Right,
Get down on the bed. I'm going to eat your pussy one more time.
I know you didn't put Raid on this.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, dude, me and this chick had a long, well, it wasn't long, it was 8 months, but it was a wild 8 months.
That's a lot of amount of time for if you're a young guy,
dude,
you know.
Yeah, it was my 20s. She actually punched me in the face in a drive-thru one time, too. And I told her.
I get why you were with her. It takes 6 months or whatever, 8 months.
8 months, yeah. We were at a drive-thru and we were arguing before we got up to the window. And I pull up to the window and I'm talking to the girl or whatever, and she was still stewing on whatever we were arguing about. So I turned to ask her, like, if she wanted ketchup or something. I turned, and she fucking cold cocks me.
Yeah.
And all I said was, I just started laughing, and I'm like, you even hit like a bitch. Just fucking...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, god damn. Ooh. So this girl, I'll tell you how it ended.
How good was the makeup sex after that?
No, the sex was good. Was good. But I'll tell you how it finally ended. I didn't even end it after the raid thing.
Oh god. Like if I'm being honest with myself, I probably wouldn't have you.
Right? We all have faults.
Right. Yeah.
So she had this cousin who was a amateur boxer.
Right.
So I got into a car accident. My left arm is broken. I'm in a cast in my left arm.
Yeah.
And I tell her, I break it to her. I'm like, we're breaking up. I'm moving out. I'm like, my dad's coming. He's going to pick me up. I'm packing my shit. I'm just going to move out. We're done, right?
Right. I can't jerk off. My arm's broken. You don't jerk me off.
Yeah.
Your arms aren't broken.
So when I told her, I'm like, I already talked to the landlord. The apartment's yours.
Yeah.
He's let me off the lease. You got the apartment.
Right.
We're good.
See you later. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go down to the payphone. I didn't have a phone at the time. I'm in my 20s. I live in Racine.
Yeah. There weren't even cell phones.
There weren't even cell phones. So I go down to the payphone and I call my dad. Hey, you coming to get me today? He's like, yeah, I'll leave now. I'll be there in a couple hours, whatever. So boom, I go back to my apartment and her cousin and his friend is there. This is an amateur boxer, right? So I come up the stairs and I get in my apartment and I'm like, what's up? What's going on here?
Yeah.
She's like, you know my cousin.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, I know your cousin. I'm like, what's up? You know, Vontel or whatever. Right.
You just want to go, what's up, douchebag?
Right, and he's looking at me. So I sit down in my chair, and I got my left arm's in a sling. And I'm like, well, what are they here for? She's like, they're going to fuck you up. You're right. So I'm like, why? I'm like, all right, fellas, what are we fucking me up for?
Right.
And,
what did I do this time?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're fucking leaving our cousin, right? You're leaving our cousin. We're fucking you up for it, right? I'm like, because I'm moving out on her? I'm like, did your cousin tell you that I'm leaving her the whole fucking apartment? It's all hers, right?
Right. You're like, I'm doing this bitch a favor.
Right. So whatever happens, I don't remember all the words said, but they don't fuck me up.
Right.
So I go back outside for a little bit, and her cousins leave.
Right.
And I go back inside.
Yeah.
And she's happy as shit. I'm like, what's up now? Right. She's like, they fucked your shit up. Right? So she shows me. They cut the cord on my television. They cut the cord on the VCR. I had a VCR at the time. There was no DVDs. Right. They cut the cord on the VCR. Yeah. They broke a bunch of dishes. Like, fucked my shit up, right?
Yeah.
And I just started laughing. And she's like, what's so funny, motherfucker? And I'm like, I just told you all this was yours. Like, it's all yours. I'm leaving today and I'm not taking anything. Like, that's your TV. It's fucked up.
Oh man. But that's like, that does kind of sum up women. It really does.
Yeah. They fucked up all her shit.
It's like, that's not, exactly, like, that's not my TV.
That's your TV.
Those are your plates.
They just cut your TV cord.
Right. I'm going to grab my backpack.
Yeah, I'm out. See ya.
Yeah. Oh, man. Honestly, like, you can keep the rest of the toilet paper.
Yeah, it's all yours, babe.
I'll get some new toilet.
I didn't need any of it. I was going to crash at my dad's. Like, you got all that shit.
Right. Oh, yeah, no. That's just it. It's like, I don't need any of this shit. I'll just go over here.
Dude, that apartment held lots of memories. Like,
some good, some bad.
I got a story for you. All right, I got a story.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait.
So me and this girl, she didn't always live with me in that apartment.
All right, so your dad's in prison.
Oh, he just gets out of prison. I'm 21 years old. I got this apartment in Racine.
Right.
So my dad, he's fresh out of the joint. So I invite him to Racine. I'm like, come spend the night with me in Racine. I'll show you a good time. Right. So I get my dad a fucking prostitute. Right. I get him a black hooker. He's never had black pussy. Right. Well,
That's very nice of you.
It was, dude. I'm a good son. Right. 21 years old. I ain't got a pot to piss in. I live in a shithole in Racine. But the money I do got, I'm getting my dad a shot of black pussy.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I was just paying for him to get his dick sucked. But either way.
Well, yeah. But that's basically the same thing. Yeah.
So we go to the bar first, and we're having drinks. We're getting pretty fucked up.
Right.
So we get our fucking black prostitute. We go back to my apartment.
Right.
And me and this hooker are talking for a bit. My dad, he's kind of fucked up, and he just got out of prison, so his tolerance isn't very good. So he's sitting at my couch, and I got a coffee table, and he's nodding off. He's dozing off. Right. So this girl, she's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, I want you to suck my dad's dick. Dude, this is my life. This is a real story.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. What's going on? Yeah, what happened next?
So I tell her, I want you to suck my dad's.
right.
Dude, sometimes when I think about the things I've done, I'm like, God, I'm obviously not normal.
Yeah.
But it seemed normal at the time.
Right.
So she goes, okay.
Yeah.
She walks over.
Anybody would make that same call.
She walks over to the couch. She sits down next to my dad, and she starts fiddling with his zipper. Right? She's trying to get his fly open. And so my dad he wakes up. He comes to. He's passed out. He's like, what's going on? He's like, what are you doing?
Right.
She's like, and he's got the same name as I do. She's like, Bob, I'm gonna suck your dick. So.
Yeah.
She goes, all right. She goes, Bob, I'm gonna suck your dick.
Right. We'll get past that. Yeah. You're right.
So my dad, without saying a word, he stands up, drops his pants down to his knees, sits back down and kicks one foot up on the coffee table. Right. Well, I have this reaction. I just start dying laughing, right? I'm standing in the doorway between my living room, my kitchen, and my apartment. I'm just laughing my ass off. Well, my daddy looks at me, gets all pissed off. He's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like,
right. I should have told that chick to suck my dick.
Right. I'm like, the whole situation, right?
Right.
I'm like, Dad, just get your dick sucked. The whole thing's funny. Just relax. Yeah. But I can't stop laughing. I'm like, oh my God. Like, because I'm thinking, what are we doing?
Right. What the fuck?
Well, my dad gets self-conscious. He's like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this. Right?
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, he gets pissed. Stands back up, pulls his pants up, he goes, I don't even want my dick sucked now.
You're like, okay, bullshit.
God damn it.
Bullshit.
I'm like, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing like it's your dick or anything. I'm just laughing because it's funny, right? I'm your son and I'm about to fucking watch a prostitute blow you. It's fucking funny.
Like, I wasn't planning on this tonight. Yeah.
So whatever, he pulls his pants up, refuses his blowjob.
What a dumbass.
Yeah, so we were all shooting the shit for a minute. He actually passes back out. He was pretty drunk. So she comes back over by me. She's like, well, what do you want to do now? I'm like, I want you to suck my dick.
Right. Got it right out around. Right. Yeah. Like, well, I tried to give my free pass to my dad, and he fucked it up. Well, I guess I got nothing else to do, but I guess I got to take
I got my dick sucked.
Yeah.
So I did.
But then again, it's like, if you pay a prostitute to suck a dick,
somebody's dick's getting sucked.
Somebody's dick is getting sucked. She's not leaving there without the money,
Oh, well, the next part of the story gets pretty dark. Do we even want to tell the next part of the story? I'm going to tell you what. It's going to change people's opinion of me.
Yeah.
And it gets a little dark.
No, you're not anything like that guy anymore. No.
I'm not.
No.
All right, so I'll tell you. I already paid the bitch, right? So she's not getting out of there without sucking a dick, right?
Yeah.
So she sucks my dick.
Right.
All right, my dad doesn't want his dick sucked. I get my dick sucked.
Right.
And I don't even know. This is this is hard to tell. So I walk this prostitute down my apartment stairs. I walk her out in the front of the building. Right. And I'm being cordial. We're saying our cordial goodbyes. And then it hits me like, I'd rather not pay her money.
I
like the blowjob wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good for what I'd already given her up front.
Right.
So what I decides is this. And I said, give me all my fucking money back. She reached in her pocket and she gave me my money back. Right. You crazy motherfucker. Right. And she fucking runs so fast. She runs out of her shoes. She leaves her shoes in the street right in front of my apartment. And she's running on the street and she's like, I'm bringing people back to fuck you up. Which she never did. But
no, they never do.
They never do. It started out like a father-son, heartfelt, I bought my dad a blowjob.
Right.
He couldn't get the blowjob. I got the blowjob, right? And then shit went sideways.
Yeah. How much did you pay her? Was
It's
it
like
like
80
50
bucks.
50 bucks?
It was 80.
Oh, okay. That's honestly, I probably would have tried to get my money back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.